Hello, everyone, and welcome to the results of the 2026 International Nurses Day giveaway. This was a $740 giveaway where we had 12 prizes randomly selected from correct submissions at $40 each, plus 4 prizes for pleasant surprises. We're going to go over those 4 and 1 grand prize surprise that was for $100. We'll go over that one today too. At the time of the International Nurses Day giveaway beginning, there had been over $10,500 given away on this channel. That was up until April 28 of 2026. But now at the time of this results video, there have been over $12,500 given away. And the areas where people have won so far are the same ones as usual, from Australia to the USA. And we still have not missed a Saturday. We'll be going over the surprises that Aunt Mango and I selected for this. But first, I want to remind you, each person for the Nurses Day could win a maximum of 1 random prize from the correct entries and a maximum of 2 extra prizes. Everybody had to use their own email account, and you had to find the mean, median, mode, range, and sample standard deviation for a real data set with at least 5 points. You had to show work for the sample standard deviation in its entirety, and all of that had to be by hand on paper, not on a tablet or electronic device, and not altered by AI. And there were 2 videos explaining how to do that. You must also create a visualization of the data by hand. Ideas included a bar chart, Pareto chart, scatter plot, and more. In order to win, you had to be at least 18 years old in a permitted country, not Russia or North Korea. And I want to let you know I don't have anything personally against people in Russia or North Korea. It's just because of United States laws that I probably can't give money to people there right now. A lot of people had more than 1 final pick. The more final picks you put, the longer it takes us to grade. But I want you to be able to show your work and everything. So you had to have at least 1 final pick. Let's look at giveaways so far. So back in 2025, we had our first giveaway on August 16. That was for $107. Now, usually when people win, I have to pay a fee. And a lot of times I do a little more because I'm Uncle Benny and I reserve the right to be nice if I want to. So a lot of these 7s in here actually get a little more than 7. And so if you add up all of the 2025 giveaway amounts, then you get all of that, which was 2016, plus Christmas, which was another 1,300, plus St. Bartholomew's Day and Rosh Hashanah. So I have a formula over here, which is the sum of G5 to G178. G5 is right here, G178 is down there, plus the sum of I6 to J179. And I6 is right here, and J179 is way down there, which included Christmas. Easter was really big. So for Easter, we gave away over $2,250. And then Earth Day, we did 600 about. And then International Nurses Day is this video, what I'm talking about, was 740. So these ones that are shaded in gray are all random selections from the correct entries. And the purple ones were pleasant surprises. And this green one was the grand prize. So far in 2026, up until today's date, which is July 5th, we've given away over $8,000. So you add these 2 up and it's over 12,000. So I want to go over Paul, Nanda, Kalyani, Leanne, and Prisha's results and then tease the next event. So this one was Paul's. Now, this was not all of Paul's submission, but I looked at it very carefully because there's a lot of AI out there, and I wasn't detecting any AI on this. If you look closely, that foot and that foot are way different. That foot and that foot are way different. They're all these are different looking. The shading is a little different. Even these D's, there's a little cross on the top of that D, and there isn't one there. That D is way different. It looks kind of like a P. This I does look like that eye, but that eye looks different. So he chose to do it about health. And I just really, really loved it a lot. This red reminds me of blood. And this whole thing is about movement. Again, this is not all he did. This was just part of it. And I really enjoyed that one. Next one was Nanda. And this one is hilarious because Nanda decided to put action person right here doing push-ups, and it looks like a headstand and one leg out, and really had a lot of fun, even though there's sad faces right here. And this was about temperature because even though the story was about nurses and Florence Nightingale, it didn't have to be about health. So this was about temperature, and it was in Celsius, which is great. And you could have done Fahrenheit, but it's relevant to people. And this data came from London. So it looks like real data. And then Paul's data looked like it was from Paul himself. So both of those were really cool. And I just love these illustrations so much. So this was definitely one of my favorites also. And then Kalyani had another very pretty one. We have, looks like Pac-Man eating some cake, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layer cake maybe. And you've got dollars and I think euros and maybe pounds and some other kinds of money here. And this data set was from Pima Indian Diabetes. So this was a great topic for International Nurses Day, being about diabetes from the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. And I just love the topic of glucose level. And in this case, Kalyani was using the little n right here for sample size and then switched over to big N, even though in beginning statistics, we would use a lowercase n right here. But in reality, after beginning statistics, we don't always stay consistent with that. So this one was really cool also. And that one was one of our pleasant surprises. And then we had Leanne's, which was about rainfall in 5 days in millimeters. And as you can see, it's very, very neat. It does not appear to be AI made. And these bars of this column chart are so beautiful, as you can see. And remember, people also made process picks. And then Prisha had the grand prize, $100. And this was a study of the number of tigers in some Indian states. And of course, we have a tiger picture. I love this monkey with the prehensile tail. And then you have the tree and the leaves these are states in India, I think. So in Uttarakhand, there's supposed to be 560 tigers. And in Madhya Pradesh, 785. But then over here is the mean, median, and mode, and the range, and then some more leaves. And then what kind of chart is this? This looks like a Pareto chart from the highest frequency to the lowest. So again, so super, super cool. I want to tease our next event. If you can see back in 25, the first giveaway was on August 16th of 2025. I started making videos before that, but that was the first time people won. And guess what? August 16th of 26 is coming. So our next event will be the 1 year anniversary of giveaways on this channel. So everyone, have a great day.